Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayleigh, in case you didn't know that, and today we're going to be trying out something super exciting. So I ordered the Freyara, I think that's how you pronounce it, Freyara makeup brush set. So yeah, it came in this cute little box, but yeah, I'm just gonna let my intro play and then we're gonna get into it. Okay, so as a makeup artist, brushes are pretty much essential, I would say, in doing makeup looks. So the first brush set I ever got was the set here. It is the Creative Glamour set. I don't even know how many brushes I got. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It was a 20-piece brush set. This is actually not all of them. But yeah, and there's also a whole bunch of other brushes. Like I have a few Kryolan brushes in here. But yeah, essentially this is what they used to look like. Yeah, it's just, I mean, they served me well. But I think it was just time that I get an upgrade. So I ordered, I think it's a 30-piece brush set. I can't remember. I think it's 30, I'm pretty sure. But this is the box it came in. I kept the box just to show you. Freyara is obviously cruelty-free. Oh wait, it actually says it here. Synthetic and natural hair, aluminium tube, wooden handle, and it's cruelty-free. So I will link this down in the description if you want to go and get it, and I'm pretty sure you will. It did take a bit of time for it to arrive, and I'm about to show you all of the brushes. Just, ooh, I'm so excited. But I had dreams, you guys, you don't even understand. I had like proper nightmares actually, that these brushes were going to arrive and they were going to look horrible and they were going to be just not that great. I thought they were going to be cheap because I've never obviously ordered from Freyara, and I don't know anyone personally that has ordered from Freyara, but they were cruelty free, they looked so beautiful, and they were pretty affordable. I think I paid 1,200 Rand for the whole entire brush set plus the case. So the case, I can't exactly remember how much it was. It'll all just be linked down below. But yeah, I was in due of a new set of brushes. This one looked good, and yeah, so without further ado, this is my new brush set. Yeah, like, can we look at how big this thing is? When I ordered this, I didn't think it was gonna be this big. Like, she's thick, like, she's chunky. But yeah, it just has Freyara kind of embossed in the actual case. And then when you unzip it, you open it, and you have all your, like, it's double layered. And then there's this nice little flap so you can see all the brushes. And yeah, they're very beautiful. I'm going to do a close-up so that you guys can see. But yeah, I'm so stoked. The one thing that I don't want to say disappointed, I don't even know what word to say. But the little, like, places where it holds your brushes, they fit perfectly. Like all the brushes for your eyes or whatever, these smaller brushes, they fit perfectly. I didn't have any issues getting them in. But with the big ones, the bigger brushes for like your faces or whatever, this flap is going to irritate me actually while I'm trying to show you this. Okay, I'm just going to lean on it. Oh, this is stupid. Okay, hold on. So the little like holders for the face brushes are a bit tight, so I had a little bit of an issue trying to like work out, like they're quite stiff, but I think with time it will loosen up. But yeah, they were just a little bit tricky getting them in their little spots. But I think also with the brushes, oopsies, I bent that one, my bad. Also with the brushes staying in there, like when I first opened them, they were quite flat, so they were tricky to get in. But with me keeping the brushes in there for like quite a while, I think it will kind of mold around the brushes. So yeah, it's very difficult for me to explain and show you, but it was just a little bit tricky getting them in and out of the little holders. But it's a short-term problem. It'll work itself out. But yeah, these are my brushes. I'm very excited, and today we're going to be doing a little review. I'm going to try them out. This is the first time I'm going to be using them, and I'm going to do a makeup look on my face so that you guys can see them in action. I actually have a makeup job this Saturday, and don't know, like these types of things make me so nervous. I don't know if I should just take my brand new brushes and just use them, because I'm so used to using my Creative Glamour brushes. And yeah, I don't know, that's why I wanted to kind of film this testing video so I can try them out and like get a feel for them before like being overwhelmed with 30 brand new brushes that I've never used before and I don't know how they really work on the skin. So yeah, and I'm going to do a review for you guys so you can see firsthand. I'm obviously not going to be able to use all of them because there's 30, and I don't think I have 30 products or 30 things that I can put on my face, but I'm going to try my best to use as much as possible. So I have like my little trolley next to me, and for some reason I brought my beauty blender sponge thing, which I know I'm not going to use because I want to try and use the brushes as much as possible. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking and I'm just going to get to it. But yeah. The one thing that I think, now that I'm like, you know, thinking it over, the one thing that might irritate me are these little flaps, because obviously the point of this case is to lie flat in my kit bag when I'm going to clients, and when I lay it out on the table, I don't know how I'm going to hold these flaps back, so it's so hard to show you because it's black and black, but yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with these flaps while I am like working, because it's gonna lie like this, and then where does this go? Like, must I tuck it? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I will figure it out when I'm on set. I say on set, but I mean when I'm in a client, I don't go on set anymore. I don't work on films, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, there's so much to choose from. Oh, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so I'm gonna do my brows. So for my brows, I'm gonna actually zoom you in. Hello. So for my brows, this product looks very dirty, so I'm not going to show you too clearly, but this is my Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. It's just a clear mascara, or brow gel, whatever. I'm just going to use that over my brows to kind of like set them in place before I actually put some product on. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I used to put this brow gel on top after I've done my product, but I actually learned this from this lady that was also named Kayleigh. She's a makeup artist in my area, or in South Africa, and I was chatting to her because I was just curious about how other people do their brows. And yeah, she told me this really like clever way of doing it, of putting your brow gel first and then putting your product over. And I don't know if a lot of people do that, but I'd never done that before, so I was quite chuffed about that and quite interested, I guess. I don't know. So I've been trying it out and I've really been enjoying it. So yeah, but for my brows, I am then just going to take my good old Catrice brow powder. Definitely using this color. And let's see what brush we can use. Okay, so we have this brow brush. It's called the Eyebrow Brush E26. Okay, and I'm just going to dip that into my product. And yeah, I mean, this brush is kind of hard to test out. I mean, just an eyebrow brush. It's nothing special. It is very thin, so that's good. It's very smooth and very soft on my brows, I won't lie. Feels quite nice actually. But I mean, it is a brow brush, so I mean, this is a hard brush to test out. One brow done. I actually really like this brush because it's so, like, it's thin, so it really does mimic brow hairs. I find that a lot of like eyebrow brushes are almost too thick, but this is, it's very thin. So I really like that. Okay, oh no, I forgot to do primer. You see, I always forget this type of thing. I always forget to do primer. I have two primers. I was like leaning towards using this Allegro one just because I really like it. But I think now, because I kind of done my brows, I'm just going to use this one, this Essence one. This is a redness correcting, pore minimizing primer. I don't think it corrects my redness, but the primer does, it all just does the same, so yeah. Okay, I would usually use my hands for this, but just for the purpose of testing out a brush, I'm going to use the foundation brush. Where is it? Okay, so here is the foundation brush, and I'm just going to use that on my skin. it's actually called a concealer brush. I don't know why it's called a concealer brush, but yeah, because that's quite big for a concealer brush. Jeez, imagine that was on my eyes. I mean, I suppose, like, if you were to put it underneath your eyes, or, I mean, I understand, but this is a foundation brush. Okay, this is very dense for a concealer brush, but what I'm noticing is that it's not very sparky. A lot of brushes that I use are sparky on clients. I don't know if that makes any sense, but when I'm going like this and using this kind of motion, it's kind of a little bit sharp on the clients, and this one isn't. I mean, there is a little bit of some, not spark, but I can feel the bristles, but it's not painful, which is really good to know, because I mean, on myself I'm going a little bit more hard than I would on a client, because obviously I don't know what the client's like, how sensitive they are when it comes to doing this kind of thing, because I can't feel what they are feeling. But yeah, I mean, I'm going quite hard, and even if I'm doing this, it's not painful, so that's a good thing. Okay, then for concealer, I'm using my Holy Grail, which is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer, and just in case you're wondering the shade, I am using 005, which is Light Natural. So for that, I am just going to, wow, that was a lot, okay, put that on my eyes, and then I'm going to find the concealer brush. I know they have two. Okay, so they do have two concealer brushes, which is very good. I'm very excited about that. Oh, I nearly dropped the whole brush set. So they have these two. This one is called a concealer brush, which is it looks exactly like that previous foundation brush, but it's a lot smaller. And then they have this one, which is the Definer brush, which I really, really like. I have a Kryolan brush, which is exactly like this. It's a little bit longer and not as like stumpy. It's very, very similar though. But yeah, I really, really like it, because especially when you're defining it around your brows, works wonders. So I think for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use the Definer brush just because I really like it. But yeah, just so you know, there is another concealer brush. Okay, so this is the difference. This is my Kryolan brush, and this is my new Freyara brush. So as you can see, there's the difference between the two. So this one's a lot more shorter and a lot more like thick in comparison to this one. They both work really well. I really, really do love them both. But yeah, this one's just not as flimsy. So yeah, I can really, really define my brows with this. So I'm really glad this is in my kit and not this one. I mean, they both work really well, and this one I'm using at home, which I'm glad about, because when I was using this in my kit, I was super jealous. Like, I wanted this at home, so now I have it to use at home, so I'm excited about it. I actually really, really like this brush. Like, oh, it is so easy to like keep it so sharp, keep like, oh, it's so easy. I actually want to buy a whole bunch of these Freyara brushes just so I can keep them at home, because yeah, it like makes life so much easier. Okay, now I'm really excited because I'm going to do some eyeshadow. My eyeshadow palettes, oh gosh, that I have is my Holy Grail. Ooh, it's my Colourpop Going Coconuts palette. Let me show you the inside of it. I did a review on this on my YouTube page not so long ago. So yeah, I'm still obsessed with it, if you watched that video. And then I have another Holy Grail. These are all, the rest are all Makeup Revolution. I love Makeup Revolution. I did a really bad thing the other day, last night, I ordered another Makeup Revolution palette. I'll get there in a second, but yeah, this is my Soph X Extra Spice palette. I love this palette. This was the first one I got, oddly enough. And then I got the Ultra palette more recently, so this is my Ultra one. I'm very upset the little clip broke, yeah, because this is plastic. Yeah, so it doesn't close properly, it's very loose. But yeah, it just means that I can't like take it away with me on holiday. Not that I'm going to holidays that often. But yeah, I really like this palette as well. It's a lot more neutral and a lot more wearable for every day. But yeah, so I have that one, and then I have the Roxy Color Burst palette as well. beautiful. I really like this palette. And then the other one that I've just ordered is the Roxy Ride or Die palette, and I am excited to get that. But yeah, my boyfriend, I don't even know. He needed to get, this is a backstory. Sorry, this video is going to be long. You're going to have to just deal with me talking. My boyfriend needed to order some cord or something for his computer, and he asked me if I needed to order anything because he was ordering off Takealot, and Takealot you have to spend 450 Rand to get free shipping. So he asked me if I needed to order anything. I didn't need to order anything, but I ordered the Roxy palette. I need to really stop spending money. It's a problem. But yeah, I do have to go to work after this, so I don't want to use anything too crazy or wear anything that's too insane. But I do want to play. So yeah, I don't know which color I should use. You know what, screw it, I'm going to use something bright and colorful and bold and just for fun. I'm gonna choose, we're gonna make this a challenge. I'm gonna choose like 3 colors and I'm gonna create a makeup look. I'm gonna choose a color from every single palette. That's what I'm gonna do. Cool. Okay, so from the Roxy palette, I'm going to choose Blue Lagoon. That's the first one. Oh, it matches my nails. That it is meant to be. So I'm gonna choose Blue Lagoon from the Roxy Color Burst palette. From the Soap X Ultra Eyeshadow palette, I'm going to choose this color, this like red color over there. I don't have the shade names anymore, so I don't know what it's called, but it's this orangey, burnt orange color. And then from the Soap X Extra Spice palette, I'm going to choose Cheesecake. That's the color I'm going to choose. Cheesecake. And then from my Going Coconuts palette, because these shimmers are just amazing, I'm going to go for Palm Reader, just that one, because I feel like I've chosen like 3 really different colors. I kind of want to be able to tie them together, so I'm going to choose that one, and then I'm going to just see how it goes. I might change it up as we go, but let's go for it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with that Blue Lagoon color because it was quite out there. What other color did I choose? Sorry, I'm busy deciding it. I'm going to take the shade Cookie Dough, actually, changing it instead of doing this color. I want to include that blue quite a bit. So I don't want to include too many like red tones or like brownie tones, neutral tones. So I'm going to go with the shade Cookies. And yeah, I'm just going to put that in my crease. And for that, I'm going to use one of my lovely Freyara brushes. Let's see. This looks like quite a nice little crease brush. Ooh, I'm dropping everything. Okay, wow. So this is my blending brush by Freyara. Yay. So just give me some color so I can see what I'm working with. In other news, have you guys seen, because I already have 2 of the Soap X palettes, have you seen Sophie has just released a new collection? I'm like obsessed. It's my birthday in like a week, and I am beyond excited for my birthday, but obviously because Makeup Revolution is not a South African brand and it's international, obviously I'm not going to be able to order that, but I'm really hoping, or I'm not going to be able to get it in time for my birthday, but I really am hoping that I get some money for my birthday, like someone along the lines will give me some money so that I can use that money towards buying her collection. I was looking, I put everything into my cart yesterday as if I was going to buy it, and it was like 500 bucks, like 520 bucks or something like that, and that's like nothing for all of it. So, because I had like a 2-for-1 special, I mean a 3-for-2 special, yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, this brush is really good, by the way. It's really soft, it's really fluffy, and it's not like hard and like stabby. It's the best way I can say it, stabby. Okay. Okay, so then I'm just going to take this ready burnt orange kind of apricot look, I don't know. And let's see what brush we should use. This one looks quite nice. This is an eyeshadow brush. One thing I don't like about this palette, or I'm not a huge fan about, is that all the bristles are different colors. Well, not all different colors, like majority of them are that black and white kind of thing, where it's like black and then white on the tips. And then you get a few which are brown. I don't understand why, but anyway. I'm just going to put this on my outer. Oh, this brush is so nice and fluffy. Like, I'm using this to pat down the colours of it. And it's like, ooh, it's like a little butterfly touching my eye. So soft. I love it. And it's also like, it's really fluffy on the ends and like quite dense. So it, like, I can almost use the tips of it to blend while I'm patting it, which is really great. Like, look how much pigment it's just put on my eye. So yeah, I'm super stoked about that. Okay, and then to blend that out, I'm going to try and use a different brush. Okay, this is another blending brush. I'm going to use that one. Okay, this blends really beautifully. I don't have anything to complain about these brushes. I can compare them to my brushes that I use at home. I think I got them from Dupe Factory, but I think Dupe Factory's closed down now. I don't know, but they're BH Cosmetics brushes. Yeah, they're really, really fluffy and they blend really well. Can't really complain about them. They're super soft though. I want like another one of those building brushes. Oh, there we go. Another whole eyeshadow brush. It's the same thing as that previous brush I used to pat on that orangey, burnt orangey shade or whatever it's called, except it's slightly smaller. Okay, I'm going to take that bright blue lagoon shade from the Roxy palette. I actually really love this palette. At first I didn't like it because I thought the colors were a bit too pastel-y. But they're actually really bright, especially if you have a concealer down. So yeah, but I'm going to put this in my crease, and yeah, hopefully we'll have like a, see what I mean, like it's bright. I'm going to look like a bird. I'm going to look exactly, you know what, I think the Soap X palette is, what's it called, Super Spice. That palette is just in my head. If you haven't seen her video where she announces the whole entire product launch, she does this makeup look which looks insane. It's so beautiful, and she says she looks like a tropical bird in it, and I think that is rubbing off on me because the orange and the blue, I don't know, and I did that like without even realizing it. So yeah, anyway, this brush works the same as the other one, just, okay, Xbox, whatever. It works exactly the same, it's just a lot smaller, that's the only difference. So I can blend it, although I think my concealer has dried up, so this blue is coming out a little bit patchy, which is fine, we can fix it. I'm just going to keep using, like I would normally, in a normal sense, probably use the same brush that I'd used for the orange, but I'm going to put a bit more of that orange, and I'm just going to use a different brush for that. And this is another eyeshadow brush. This brush I think would probably be really great for like cutting the crease, but yeah, so I'm just going to pack on a little bit more of that red where that blue is connecting, just so I can blend those two together. Then I'm just adding more of that same blue color. I'm just using the same brush I was using. I know I said I'm going to try and use as many brushes as possible, but I really like this brush, so. Okay, now I have those two colors blended together. I'm going to take the shade Peaches from the Roxy palette, which is the shade. I'm just going to blend that around the edges, just because I'm having trouble blending these two colors together for some reason. So I just want to blend just the edges of these two colors, just to make it a little bit more soft. Now finally I'm going to take a really small glitter brush. This is actually called a highlight brush. I'm going to use that for that Colourpop shimmer. I'm going to use that on my inner corners. So yeah. See what I'm talking about? I don't know how well it's coming up on camera, but it's beautiful. Okay, my camera battery is dying already. I know, that's insane. But yeah, I'm gonna just finish up these eyes. I'm not gonna really use any other brushes for now. and I will be back because this battery is going to die soon. Okay, real quickly, I finished my eyes. So I used this Catrice Kohl pencil for my lower lash line. I used this brush. This is the pencil brush for just to blend out a little bit, just the tops of inner corners or whatever. And then I used this eyeliner brush to bring some of that red underneath my eyes. So those are pretty much the brushes that I used. They all worked really, really well. I really like this eyeliner pencil. Brush, but it's a little bit thick, so I don't think I would use it for actual eyeliner. But yeah, it still works really, really well for underneath my eyes. So yeah. Okay, really quickly, I'm going to do my foundation. I'm going to use one of the foundation brushes, and I'm going to use my foundation, which is the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation, and I'm using it in the shade 010 in Cool Cashmere. But I'm going to do that off camera just because I want to save some time and my camera battery's dying, so yeah. Okay, so I've done my foundation. I'm not a huge fan of the brush that I used. I was actually really excited to try out this brush because I remember I only used this when I was studying at film college. And the brush sets that we were using had this brush in it, and this is like a stippling brush. I don't like it. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm so used to using my other brushes, but yeah, I just didn't like it. I felt like it feels nice on the skin, but I feel like it picks up my hair. Like, I don't know, every single time I was brushing like nearby my hair, like the hair would just come through on my face. It blended it out really, really well. Just like, I don't know, I feel like it's just too big for my face. I don't know what it was. Not a huge fan of this. I feel like I wouldn't use this to directly put the foundation on. I would use this afterwards just to get rid of any brush lines. But it worked really, really well around my jawline when I was blending down. But yeah, not a huge fan of this brush though. Just personally speaking though, I would probably have gone for this brush. This is the foundation brush. It's very dense. It's very similar to the one that I have in my own personal kit. So I don't know why I didn't just reach for it in the first place, but I guess I wanted to try something new. But yeah, I feel like this one would probably have been a lot better for me. There's also another brush. Where is it? This big boy brush. This is a buffer brush or buffing brush or whatever it is. It's very big. It's similar to the same foundation brush that I just showed you, although it's a little less dense. So it's quite nice. But yeah, it probably would work the same at getting rid of all those little lines. Then this is another brush. They've labeled it as a powder brush, but I also feel like it'd be really great for foundation as well. It's just a little bit more rounder on top. Also would work really, really well. I don't know why they've labeled it a powder brush because it is quite small for a powder brush. And there are better brushes that I would probably use for a powder brush. So speaking of powder, the powder brush that I would probably use is this big boy one. And this is a powder brush. They've labeled it as a powder brush. It's very big and it's like dome shaped. Really, I think it's gonna work really well. So I'm gonna use this just now on my powder brush. On my powder. And then I'm also going to use, just because I'm gonna speed up time, they've labeled this as a blush brush, but I'm not gonna use it as a blush brush. I'm gonna use it as my contour or my bronzer. And then after that, for my blush, I'm going to use their blush brush, which is this. And then when I come back, I will show you all the products that I used. So yeah. Okay, I'm back again. For my powder, dropping things again as per usual. For powder, I used this MAC product. I'm trying to use it. I do not like it. It is very bad. I would not recommend it. But yeah, I don't like it. I'm just trying to get rid of it. It is not cruelty free, so I will never be buying it again. Somehow it slipped into my collection. So, but I'm being honest, just in case you wanted to know, that's what I used. And I did use the powder brush. It worked really, really well. I really like the powder brush. Then I used, for bronzer, I used my Essence Sun Club. You're going to be seeing these products a lot because I'm trying to like finish them up. Yeah, it's almost finished. And I think because it's almost finished, I struggled to pick up the product. So yeah, I used this blush brush. And I struggled quite a bit, but it did a really, really good job at actually applying it once I'd picked it up. So I really, really like this brush as well. And then what else did I use? Oh, I also did my concealer. And what concealer did I use? I used a naughty one as well. Oh, there we go. I used the Maybelline concealer. Personally, I don't actually like this product, not just because it's not cruelty free. I just personally don't get on with it. It like sits on my skin and just doesn't look right. But yeah, I was given this by my friend, and yeah, she bought it, but it was too light for her, but it suits my skin tone, so I'm just finishing it up. I'm not obviously going to throw it away. So yeah, I'm just finishing this up. And I used this concealer brush just for like under my eyes and on my forehead and my nose and wherever I conceal. So yeah, and it worked really, really well. And then lastly, I used the blush brush, which is also really great, picks up a lot of pigment. And I used this Essence blush, which is very old, but again, I'm trying to finish it and I don't want it to go to waste, but I think it's expired at this point, so I might have to just chuck it out, but I just don't want to because it's such a waste. So yeah. Okay, this video is going very, very fast, way too quickly, but I'm going to do some highlighter now, and I think I'm going to slow down a little bit. I'm going to use my Essence Glow to Go highlighter palette, and I'm going to use this shade. This shade looks amazing on my skin. You will see. And I'm going to use, they don't have a really nice highlighter brush. That's the one thing I'm a little bit bummed about. They have this massive fan brush, but I don't see myself using it. It's just too big. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to use. This brush is also, what did they label this as? They labeled this as powder brush. I don't know why they labeled it as powder. But yeah, it's also a bit too big. It's kind of the shape I would want for a highlighter brush, but it's a bit too big. So yeah, that's not gonna help me. What else have I got here? I also have this contour brush, which I think will look amazing if I used a cream contour. I haven't today, but this brush I feel like would look amazing. And then the other brush I have is this big boy contour brush. Again, that's not going to help me with highlighter. So the only other brush I can use is this small little fan brush. I don't know how well it's going to work because it's quite dense, but I feel like it would look really nicely on my, it would go really nicely on my brow bone. So I'm definitely using it for my brow bone, and I know I'm going to love it for brow bone. But yeah, I'm just going to see what it looks like on my lovely cheekbones and see where we at after that. I mean, it works really well. I just think I would have preferred something a little bit more softer and smaller. I don't know, like I feel like the highlighter brush that came with my Creative Glamour one is a little bit better than this. So I might just keep that in my kit. But I mean, it works. Like it really doesn't have a problem. Like I don't see myself having a problem with it at all. So I really like it. But yeah. Okay, so I am back. I went away and I put on some setting spray, which is by LA Girl. I then also did my lashes, and I just used my good old one of these because I had a lash lift, but my lash lift is now dropped. So I'm gonna probably film a TikTok where I do a whole lash lift because I do them on myself. So yeah, I'll probably do a little video of that, and then you guys can see how I do my own lash lift. Otherwise you can come to me and I'll do it for you. But anyway, and then I did my mascara, which is the Essence Lash Princess, the green one. And then I did some liner, which was, I used my LA Girl Fine Line Long Lasting Fine Tip Liquid Eyeliner, my baby, I love that one. And then I put a lip balm. This is the Body Shop lip balm in, I think it's raspberry. And then finally I put on my lipstick, which was a Revolution Soph X in the shade Syrup. So yeah, the rest of that I couldn't really put on any, I couldn't use any brushes for that. So that is kind of why I did that. I was going to put lashes on, but I literally have to leave for work in a few minutes. So yeah, I haven't even had lunch yet, so I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna die. I've been filming this video for way too long. But anyway, this is my finished look, as you can see. I would have loved to put a false lash on, just, I don't have time. So yeah, these are the only other brushes that I have left that I haven't spoken about and I haven't used yet. So this is the Lash and Brow Comb, which I probably could have used in the very beginning, but I didn't. And then I have a lip liner brush. I didn't have lip liner with me today, and if I did, it would have been a pencil, so I wouldn't have used it anyway. And then I have another eyeshadow brush and another eyeshadow brush. So yeah, those are the only brushes I didn't end up using. But yeah, overall, my review, well, let me just zoom you out for 1 second. Okay, so overall, my review on these brushes, I love them. I am so excited about them. Yeah, I'm so excited for my job on Saturday. I actually, like, I was so worried to just take these brand new brushes and just start using them on a client. But now that I've used them on myself, I feel a little bit more confident and a lot more comfortable. And I am actually so excited to try them out on an actual client. Because it's one thing to use them on myself, but to actually see them in action on a client, I'm very excited. So yeah, I think it's going to be very exciting. I said that way too many times, so I need to stop saying that. But yeah, this is my finished look. My eyeshadow is not looking the best today, so do not judge me. But yeah, I think the brushes did a good job. I actually really like how that highlighter brush has done my highlighter, so quite happy. But yeah, I would recommend. I would recommend to a friend. So I'm gonna leave all the instructions, the links to the products that I'm talking about, the brushes and the brush holder from Freyara, down in the description so that you can find it and you can buy some for yourself. They have other ones as well, so you can buy a brush set that has fewer brushes as well. I think there's, yeah, I can't even remember what sizes they are. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, and I will see you guys next time with an all new video. Bye guys.